Welcome back, guys, from sunny Hawaii. Psych, my basement, though it is sunny outside. Um, we're going to be looking at one more example of putting circles into standard form. So let's jump right into it. So here's our example. It is handwritten, very homemade. So let's check it out. Now, just like before, we're trying to get this into standard form. So let me write out standard form for you guys. Standard form here, I'm going to write it in this fun Galaxy pen. And I'm going to turn off myself here. Fun Galaxy pen is x minus h squared. Let me thin this up a little bit. There we go, x minus h squared. All right, go back away. Plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So we're trying to get it in that form so we can graph it, right? You'll notice this example down here looks nothing like that. We're going to have to fiddle with this a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do, let's rewrite this out. This might take us a little bit more space. That's okay. We have 32 plus 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 16x minus 12y equals 0. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of my constants onto the other side. Keep my x's and y's together and group them and then move the number. So I'm going to move this 32. I don't like you over here. I'm going to subtract you minus 32. We get, that's gone 2x squared. I'm going to pull my other x minus 16x plus 2y squared minus 12y equals negative 32. You guys all with me so far? Excellent. And in fact, sorry guys, this was supposed to be a negative 32, so we're going to change that to a positive. Change this to a positive right there. Sorry about that. I must have forgot to copy that over now that I'm looking at my notes. Either way, still looks the same over here, plus 32. All right, cool. So we got all that grouped together. We have our x's and our y's grouped together. Now you'll notice, I think we have a GCF, right? It looks like our GCF here is 2 on this left side. So I think I can divide everything by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide. If everything is divisible by 2, let's do that, right? This becomes x squared minus 8x plus y squared minus 6y equals 16. Dividing everything by 2 just makes those numbers easier to work with by making them a little bit smaller. And that way we don't have to do more work at the end. It's going to be much, much easier if we simplify these expressions now. That way, again, doing the algebra is going to make things a little bit easier. So boom, we got that all set up. Now we're going to essentially continue the process we did last time. We need to figure out what we're adding to both sides. So let's use some different colors here. Let's change this to this nice blue color, and let's change this to this color here. I'm not even really sure what that is. So we have x squared minus 8x plus blank plus y squared minus 6y plus blank is equal to, let's actually add a pen here, pen, and cool, we'll use that as in black, and this is going to be 16 plus blank plus blank. Right, now I got them color coded so you guys can see what we're doing here. So to figure out what we add for the x's, remember we take this value here, negative 8 divided by 2 is equal to negative 4. Remember, this is an important number, we're going to use that. And then we're going to square that number. Negative 4 squared is positive 16. This is a number we add to the x's to make a perfect square. So I'm going to add it on this side. So I'm adding 16 to both sides. Let's do the same process for the y's in red. Here we have negative 6, right? So we take negative 6 divided by 2, which is negative 3. We're going to square that quantity, right? Which gives us 9. So for the red, I'm going to be adding 9 to both sides. So this gets me, let me move this out of the way, x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 16 plus 16 is 32. 32 plus 9 is 41. No problem there. Now we have the fun part of factoring this. All right, so remember the way we find those factors, very easy. We're looking back to these numbers again, these b values again, right? So it's negative 8 divided by 2, which is 4. Again, how we got 16 was squaring that. Sorry, negative 4. Let me write that out. That would be a dreadful mistake for us to make. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So it becomes x minus 4 squared. Whoop. There we go. Now we got it. I guess I was touching the screen. Minus 4 squared. We do the same thing for this negative 6. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Y minus 3. And now we have that factored. We have this. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit. There we go. We have this in a standard form. And now we can extract the information. Now we have our center opposites, right? It's going to be 4, 3, to the right 4 up 3. And to find our radius is going to be a wacky one. This time is the square root of 41, right? Because we take the square root of both sides, or square root of this number to find the radius. R squared equals 41, right? The square root of 41, let's check that in our calculator. Now we know that's between 6 and 7. Second square root of 41 is 6.4. So I'm going to count out, I'm just going to do about 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. It's just going to, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that on this side, but 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to go right about here. So you guys get the idea. Sorry, I selected a one that was a little bit difficult to graph, but I don't think you guys are actually going to have to graph it. You just need to get it into this format here. We just need to get it into graphing or standard form. Boom. Well, I hope you guys found that video helpful. Make sure you're watching all these videos. They're going to help immensely with the show What You Knows. I hope you guys are doing well. Get at me if you have any questions. Get at Mr. Chang if you have questions with him. And we'll start covering material for next week.